Hey Hillary, it's Logan Stout at Perkins Motorplex. Going to walk around this 2022 Chrysler Pacifica Limited S. That is about as good of a looking of a van as I've maybe ever seen here. So don't want to overstate it, but at the same time, yeah, you can see just the tint, the way it kind of offsets those darker rims, the color just has a really awesome look to it with the grill and everything. So here's where I'm at. That American flag over there is our main lot, our traditional lot. We've got all this inventory back here, our reconditioning facilities as well. This is where this is the headquarters of Perkins Motorplex. So Perkins Motorplex has 6 locations. I'm here in Mayfield at the headquarters, kind of behind the scenes here, where a lot of our, we call it surplus inventory. It's just we've got a whole bunch of inventory and we don't have parking spots for them all up there. So got some space back here, and yeah, let's walk around it. I want to point out dings and scratches and kind of what you asked about, just like, hey, what's the inside like? What does it smell like? What's the underneath look like? All that good stuff. So let's do that. The front of it looks great. I noticed one little spot. Obviously, we sell used vehicles. All these vehicles look great, but they're all used. None of them are going to be perfect. They're all going to have little imperfections. I always like to say they all get grace, because none of them are brand new. So you got a couple little nicks there, just a couple little spots, like little rock pecks and stuff like that, to be expected. But nothing major, no major gashes or anything like that. Just a couple little spots for rocks, as we see on all of our vehicles. Wheels look phenomenal, and the tires, those are Michelin tires, and I'm going to say that one is probably at 70% tread. And that one's going to be more like 80% tread. So you got really good tread on these. Wouldn't have to do anything for several years on these. But they're not brand new. I don't want to say they're brand new tires, because I don't believe they are. They look great. They feel great. But they do. I don't see factory markings on them or anything. So I don't think they're brand new. I just think they're really good tread. All right. So as far as dings and scratches. So let's go right down the driver's side here. Look for any major dings, waviness in the paint, gashes, scratches, anything like that. Top and bottom both look really good. Along the back there, so luggage and strollers and sports bags, all that stuff is going to come out the back of a van and create little spots like that. So you got one little nick there. But yeah, I've seen much worse on the back side of a van. So that's great. Passenger side, more of the same, really good. And again, I may miss something. I don't think I'll miss a major ding or a major scratch, but I may miss a minor one. But man, there's just nothing really to point out on that side. It's really good. Of course, you got your big double roof, triple roof, if you will, because it's got the back view one as well. All right, really great on the outside. I could not be more pleased with this. So like I said, looks great, and now that I've walked around it, I'm even more pleased. Okay, you got your nice floor mats in here. Of course, you got your stow and go USB port in the back there. Looks great. In fact, that's still got the factory like plastic cover, you know, the thing that you peel off there. So that's nice. Just realized that you got rear heated seats. So there's one button and there's the other. Didn't realize it had that. No stains in the headliner, no smells. This does not smell like smoke. It doesn't smell like animal. It smells clean. It smells like the cleaning product they put on all of our vehicles. And that is awesome. The back seat is great. You forget how much space there is, even on the third row of these, with these seats all the way back. Really nice. We'll press the power seat buttons here in just a second. In fact, let's go do that now. I'm gonna look at this third roof real quick here. It's not something we get to see very often. There we go. Yeah, everything's intact. Great. Kind of an overcast day here, so good for videos. All right. One little nick there right on the handle, just noticed that. Power lift gate's good. Got a nice little cargo net if you want to use that. Most people don't. Looks like you've got your vacuum system's going to be in here. Right there. It's a great feature. I've yet to be really impressed by any of those, whether the one Honda does, Chrysler does, whatever. They're just not real strong, but, you know, if you got Cheez-Its back here and it's just an easy sweep up, maybe that's beneficial, but just haven't been like, you know, if you have that in the back of your van, you're expecting, you know, like what you'd have at your house as far as vacuum goes. I just don't feel like you got that, but it's a nice feature. So I'm gonna set this cargo net out. Let's go ahead and stow these. Just make sure everything's working. And that's about as clutch as it gets right there. So I don't know if that second row is not going to be power. Let's take a look here. Oh, that's the recline. So I'm learning as I go here on these newer vans. So that's the reclining options for the third row. Thought for a second that those were the collapsible. Those buttons will collapse the second row, but they don't. That's where you're just going to pull the handle off, of course. And obviously you can do the full stow and go if you pick up the underneath. If you're familiar, I can show this to you in more detail if you want to see the stow and go feature, but essentially you flip this up. It's hard to do while videoing, but flip this up and then that will actually collapse all the way into the floor. You have to use the stow and go strap to do that. Seat backs look great. This is great so far. Okay, on to the front. Nice little umbrella spot. Love that they did that. You're probably more familiar with this because you said you own one. Harman Kardon sound system. Sounds great. Power folding mirrors. I love that. There they are. And let's go ahead and make sure our power sliding doors are working. Yep. Off the button, and let's do the back hatch. Always like to push a whole bunch of the buttons. Probably not going to get to all of them, but a big one is going to be the 360 camera. So let's find where that was just a second ago as I was playing with this. Let's go to the, there it is right there. So there's your 360 camera. There's your backup camera. Everything looks to be in working order. Very, very pleased with that. Go down the back, the front, sides. Yes, love it. And I just realized it's giving a little bit of a glare. That's because these mirrors are out. So now the mirrors are in. There you go. That's exactly my surroundings right there. Got plenty of parking spaces there. Everything set up. All your buttons here look to be in working order. You got your auto off feature. You can see a little bit of weathering on that button. That's because that's the one that's probably pressed the most. People don't like the auto off feature, so you just click the button and you don't have to mess with it. All your storage components look good. I just love it. I think it's super practical, super functional. You got your power sliding door options, your remote start, all that good stuff, and you do have 2 key fobs. We give every floor mat and every key fob we get. Most of our used vehicles don't have floor mats, and they just got 1 key fob, so that's great that we got both. 2 key fobs and floor mat. It'll come with an owner's manual as well. Doesn't look like it's in the glove box. If it's not in the back storage, then we obviously order the owner's manual for you, so you got that. But could not be more pleased. Again, I love it. Let's get you under the hood and let's do under the vehicle as well. Kind of an extended video, but this is one of those. It's just got so many buttons and so much to look at. I don't know an alternator for my radiator. I'm the last guy to pick apart underneath, but I have been trained a little bit just how to look for excessive rust or corrosion or water or anything like that. And you can see how clean all the connections are. That's what we're looking for. And it sounds great. No knocking, no ticking. Fired right up on a cold start. I drove it for a second. No complaints there. Nice and clean. Great. All right, last but not least, see if we can get down here. I'll try to do this without grunting. All right. So Chrysler does a really good job. They put this nice insulating material underneath, kind of protects everything, seals everything up. If you were to hit a small animal or something, you would see this stuff kind of start to hang down. We see that on them a lot, but you can see this one has not, I mean, it's hardly been hit at all as far as like even rocks or normal road wear. Everything's nice and tight under there. And certainly no signs of rust or corrosion or water. You can see how clean that is, just looking straight to that main frame. Very, very pleased with that. From the back here before I put that net back in. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Just makes for a quieter ride when they do that insulation, and yeah, protects everything for a while too. So there you go. There's a pretty extensive look at it. Let me know what other questions you have. We'd love to deliver it to you. I'm right outside one of our delivery trucks right there. We deliver all over the country. Crunch the numbers, get you the video, and put it in your driveway. We'd love to help.